man sitting down, taking off his glasses, not putting them on. That's Ken Willis. I'm Ryan Pritt. Welcome into another edition of the Daytona Beach Motor Mouths. Ken, how you doing today, man?
So far, so good. Try not to ruin that, if you don't mind.
When's the last time you took Instagram photos still partying at 6:45 in the morning, by the way?
The next time will be the first time. I don't think I have an Instagram account floating around out there. There have been different dictates from those above us at different times during the years regarding social media, and I might have had to start an account, but I tell you, I never really did anything with it. So, no, there will be. I have seen 6:40 a.m., but not on the back end like apparently Alex Bowman did.
We'll touch on that in a second. Let's get the formality out of the way first. I flipped over to golf yesterday and didn't know who a single person on the leaderboard was, so I'm assuming this week's answer, even though we had a rain delay, is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, no contest. The racing was might not have been more thrilling, but yeah, it probably was. We did have another 59 though this week on the PGA. This past week on the PGA Tour, so they had that going for them. So
yeah. Oh, well, that's because of the equipment, Ken. We got to dial some stuff back over there. That's a column for a whole other day. Let's get back to Alex Bowman though. Some strategy got him out front. Drove a pretty clean last few laps there. Held off Tyler Reddick, who tried to cut a corner a little too closely. That's the second week in a row for Tyler Reddick, by the way, leaving heartbroken, and we can get to that in a minute too. But Alex Bowman, that one had to mean a lot to him. You can kind of tell it did. Kind of the black sheep of the Hendrick Motorsports driving stable. He's been through some injury stuff over the last couple of years, and part of you had to be kind of happy for him watching him go to victory lane yesterday, right?
Yeah, I mean, the head injury that kept him out of several races. The concussion last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was, it all runs together because he also broke his back at one point.
Yeah.
And guys come back, they go, okay, he's ready, he's back, he's fine, he's ready, normal, back in the car. Yeah, and you just never really know. I mean, you just don't know. Once a guy's taking a hit that rung his bell like that, I don't think you can unring it, as they say. And you always wonder what the residual effects are, going forward. Do they lose like 1% of their edge, and shy away from this or that? Because now Darrell Waltrip used to always say, you're a hell of a lot better race car driver before you learn that you can get hurt in these things. After you learn that you can get hurt, you're never the same guy again. So, it was right. I think it wasn't wrong to wonder if Alex Bowman, if he had lost a couple of feet off his fastball, as they used to say at home. Yeah, but he's had a bunch of, it's not like it came totally out of nowhere. He's had as many top tens as anybody this year, I believe, maybe more. And then for him to be in the right place, right time, like he was, and on strategy and get the win, I mean, it wasn't shocking, but it was like, oh, look, Alex Bowman can win again. So.
Yeah, and he's been a sneaky good road course guy over the last couple of years. In fact, he's just kind of been sneaky good. You kind of alluded to that top 10 thing. He's actually second. Tyler Reddick has 13. Bowman, Bell, and William Byron all have 11. I don't know many people, if you asked them, to name the top four in the series and top tens, how many would throw Alex Bowman out there. But, he's 11th in points, and that includes a mechanical failure and a dead last there. I don't know if that was last week or the week before, so it was a little hard luck there. But, you start, it seems like every week we talk about this. Is he a title contender? Is he a title contender? Is he it changes by the week. I mean, Alex Bowman, to his point yesterday, anytime you drive a Hendrick car, you have a chance, right? And he's taken some strides this year, I feel like.
When I was trying to put together the top 10, the current up-to-date top 10 rankings, not point standings or anything, just my own personal rankings that I do every week for our NASCAR page. It's syndicated throughout the land. I realize that, by and large, a lot of guys suck right now. I mean, there's been a lot of just suckage. I mean, guys are – I mean, Denny Hamlin, the last 5 weeks, he's finished mid-20s and back, except for one 12th place run. I mean, Chase Elliott's, partly not all his fault, but yesterday he got some help. But he's had a bad few weeks. I mean, nobody's really
Larson.
Yeah, nobody's really doing it. Larson keeps, stepping on rakes. Good Lord. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But yeah, so I guess that's a long way to go to say pick a favorite. I mean, who would be the favorite going in? I mean, you got to go with a Hendrick or Gibbs car, but which one?
Well,
I guess
you,
Hamlin is probably up until these last 5 weeks, he was the guy that was, week in and week out, going to run good.
well, I would
Now
point you back to
he
the
proved that he
state.
can.
I would point you back to the State of Florida podcast last week when we were asked this question, and one of us threw out Tyler Reddick, who, by the way, has not been part of that suckage the last few weeks. That guy's just at the front every week.
No,
So, he's running good, man, and that was a costly mistake yesterday. Obviously, I
yeah.
don't. You think he gets there, even if he doesn't hit the inside wall there? It
Oh,
looked like it was going to be close.
yeah. I think, yeah. I was doing the ciphering in my head as I was watching. I said, I know how much ground he's gaining, and I know how many turns are left. And I was thinking he's going to get there unless, and right about the time I was thinking, unless he takes one chance too many, or he's going to have to take chances, cut the corner sharp and hard, and be aggressive. And that's when things can go wrong. And sure enough, about the time I was thinking that is when he hip checked the wall. Yeah, I don't know if it's a peripheral vision issue, a depth perception issue. I'm pretty sure he can see over the wheel. So I don't know. I don't know what went wrong on that, but I know he wishes he had it back.
Give me 20 seconds on the feasibility of the Chicago Street Course for the remaining future here.
I mean, I don't think you can hold weather against an event. I mean, for a once a year thing, I love the sight lines. I love the background. I like the scenery. I think it's, I think it's really neat. And, I hope they keep trying it. If not there, then elsewhere.
Well, I gave you only 20 seconds there because I'm going to need a little longer here. So, have we seen the last of Hailie Deegan in NASCAR?
No, her marketing appeal is such that she'll get at least one more shot, probably at the Xfinity level. And I think what will happen is she will come with a reputable sponsor that some team owner, manufacturer will have to say, okay, this is, the business side of this is too good. And we think we have the package and the combination to make her a front pack driver. And, hopefully I say hopefully for a lot of people, they would love to see her succeed. And I think it would be good for NASCAR if she did succeed. And has she just not had the opportunity yet? I mean, none of the teams that she's driven for have been front pack cars, but front pack teams. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. You have a little more faith in it than me. I don't know if that comes at the Xfinity level. I'm kind of thinking it's coming in ARCA, if it's coming anywhere. But we'll see. We wish her well, obviously. She seems, I know you've had the chance to talk to her a few times and always is pretty cool to talk to, obviously. So hoping the best for her. Give me 20 seconds. Should Bubba Wallace be suspended, fined, docked points after the hip check into the wall after the race yesterday?
No, it was dramatic Bubba being dramatic Bubba. He likes to court the spotlight from time to time. We see it with his reactions when he gets out of the car at times, and that was I mean, this could have been handled any number of different ways, but thank God he did it that way because it gives us something to talk about.
That's right. Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, any kind of long-lasting ramifications here? Have we opened a new feud here?
My people are investigating that situation as we speak. I've yet to get the report.
All right. Well, let's move on to this weekend. The tricky triangle, so to say, the house that Denny Hamlin built, I guess. Obviously took over as the all-time leader in wins there last summer with his 7th. If you'll remember, that involved a little bit of contact with Kyle Larson. That's something that we see every now and then still today. So, he your favorite going into that, despite your, as you call it, suckage lately?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to shed these last 5 weeks of, he's been dragging an anchor around for different reasons. Yeah, I mean, how about Martin Truex? Do you know what is he, 5th or 6th in points? There's where my guys need to launch an investigation. How is he so high up in points? I don't see him ever finishing well.
No.
But maybe he'll be this week's Alex Bowman without all the top 10s in his rearview mirror.
Doesn't it feel like Todd Gilliland should be in the top 5 in points by now? Because I told Kelsey, I'll say this, I have a saying around here, and I've used it the last 5 weeks. It's just death taxes and Todd Gilliland in the top 10. That's all he does is run up there.
There's nothing you like better than grabbing some obscure guy who's suddenly on a little bit of a roll and
So,
championing his
whoa.
cause.
Hey, this has been all year. That guy led 16 laps here in February, if you'll remember. It's been a statement all
Raise
season.
your hand if you haven't led a lap at Daytona in the last several years, for Pete's sake.
Top 20 in points. If you'd like to go down the list of guys he's in front of in that car, including his teammate Michael McDowell, by the way, also has more points.
Wait a minute, is he ahead of Austin Dillon?
Come on, Ken. Austin Dillon currently 32nd in points, by the way. No, the list of people Todd Gilliland is ahead of quickly: Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Michael McDowell, Noah Gregson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., among others. Not bad.
Right there, huh? Hey, how about Ricky Stenhouse? How about the name for that baby boy? Is that not the strongest name you've ever heard been given to a young lad?
The Steele middle name is just
Steele Stenhouse.
Well done,
Strong
Rick.
to stick with
well done, Rick. Yeah, on that. Yeah,
we salute. 30.
We salute Rick for his naming prowess here, and we got to go. So that's Ken Willis. I'm Ryan Pritt. We'll see you next week.